Alright, here's a video introduction of the red truck. We'll call it Red Dragon, I guess. I think there's another one named that, but anyway. So it's a 2000 Silverado. It was a 4.3 V6 truck. Had the 16-inch steel wheels on it and everything. Now we got the 20 race stars up front and 17s out back. Got the 4.3 out, obviously, and got our 6-liter in. This is a Gen 3 6.0 out of a 1500 HD. We put a Summit Stage 2 turbo cam in it, and valve springs, and regasket it and all that good stuff. This is a VS S480. I can't pull it on a broke hand. So there's what it looks like. It's T4 on the Amazon. That's the Amazon turbo log. And I started making the downpipe, so it's 4-inch downpipe, and it's already down to under the truck so far. That's a 4-inch Dodge diesel tailpipe. I think they're around $70 for one, and that gets me enough to get out of the turbo and down and under the truck. There's one right there, so that'll actually be the tailpipe part of the truck, and we're getting a 4-inch muffler like I did on the Sierra. Got the radiator in. This one was a mechanical fan, so we're getting the factory dual electric fans. They should be here Monday. I gotta put the AC compressor on. I started laying out the wiring last night. This harness is off of an 01 Tahoe that was flex fuel. So it already has the EV6 connectors on it that we need for the injectors we got. Right now it's just bolted to a dummy 4L60 just to hold everything in place. I got the crossover built. I'm going to put the wastegate on this side and the bottom where everybody says it doesn't work and pipe it back into the exhaust. Because on my other trucks I've just had the wastegate open to atmosphere, and it's just so loud when it opens. So on this one I want to try to recirculate it back into the exhaust and keep it a little quieter. We got a Trailblazer SS intake for it back here I was working on. It's got the 102mm throttle body, drive-by cable, came with the sensors. These are the Holley fuel rails. These are meant for a stock intake, but these injectors, they're so short. I think they're LS3 height, and they're really short. So I was up here messing with it last night, trying to figure out how to make it work. So I had to, I don't know if you can see it, I had to grind the bung down so it would fit down in there. And then what I'm going to do is take their brackets, I bolted them to the stands, then I'll clamp it down and then TIG these on there, so then it'll just bolt together. You might be able to see it better right here. So this part right here, I had to grind that down on both of these so the rail would fit tight enough and go down and fit. And there's the PQI regulator. I'm gonna put it right there on the end of the rail. Hit it like how I did it on the Sierra, so we'll be changing it just for him. But yeah, these are really short injectors, and yeah, I think that'll work out pretty good. Just TIG weld that, these straps there, and then it'll bolt on like factory. These injectors, they're 1050 cc. So they're Holley, some kind of Holley injector, but I think they were less than $400 or something, and my buddy ran them on his. He tried to do a twin turbo PPV like I did, but he tried to piece it together and everything. I just bought the AGP kit, but he got his together, and then he used these injectors, because it's a less expensive option. So I think the snake eaters I got in the Sierra are 1000 cc or something, so maybe the data should be pretty close. So I'll get that dialed in as close as I can and see how that does. We picked up this little scooter yesterday at the yard sale. My buddy called me and told me about it. It was $25, and when I was up here messing around with the fuel lines and everything, I sprayed some brake clean in it, and it actually fired right up. So the chain's rusted solid, but I'll tinker around with it and get it going for the kids or something. But not bad for $25. And then there's I'm gonna use this elbow right here, where it comes under the truck, and I got a straight piece under there already to finish out the exhaust, do the full exhaust on it. But it should be a fun little truck. Hopefully get some good progress on it this week. And like to hear it run. I got a Hydra mat, a 450 and a Hydra mat for the fuel tank. I did one of those on my 25 HD this week, 2500 HD. Below a half a tank, it was just the way the basket is on these, the early baskets. They don't hold enough fuel, and they don't work very well as keeping fuel at the pump. I try to run the basket if I can, because it just keeps the fuel at the pump, but it just wasn't working on my 2500. So I got one of the Hydra mats that actually fits on the bottom of the pump, and cut the bottom of the basket out. And the way I laid it out, the basket actually fits over the Hydra mat and keeps it at the bottom of the tank. So as long as fuel's touching the Hydra mat anywhere, it'll be able to pick it up and not cavitate or whatever. So looking forward to seeing how that works out. I got it pretty much finished up, and need to do some data logging with the changes we made with the engine this go around, make sure the VE table is still right. But at least it's running, and I can drive around the yard, moving in and out of the shop and everything under its own power. And like I say, got I think it's a Spearco intercooler for here. It pretty much fills this whole area up, so I'll have to weld some tabs on it, because it's it doesn't have any tabs or anything. But the one I used on the Sierra, it actually fit between the frame rails. It fit really nicely, and then the outlets were below the frame horn, so it was a lot easier to go around and everything, because I don't like going through the headlight area for my piping. So probably what I'll do on this is come out of the intercooler and turn down and go under. But anyway, once I get it mounted, I'll see how it lays out, and then I got to get the 40K TruCool on there and make sure it all fits behind the grill and the bumper and everything. But it's taking shape. It's coming along pretty good. I got to build the transmission for it. So he ordered the rebuild kit and everything with it, so it should be here this week. And wherever I'm at on this, and I'll get his transmission apart and start going through it and building it and getting it ready to go. And hopefully hopefully have that running this week, but you know, if everything goes well. So see you on the next one.